Welcome, Cucco Attack listeners. It's that time of year again for the fabled Cucco Attack Critics Royale Game Awards 2022 betting special. That's right, the nominees have been announced, and so it is time to make our bets on who will win each of these categories.
Blindly.
Of which, yes, of which the winner will get the coveted draft order decision making for next season of Fantasy League, and next year is going to be very I think that's kind of a big deal because we all kind of are eyeing that one particular game, so I want it so bad.
So we got
Breath of the Wild, I assume.
Excuse me, it's now called Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, well, whatever. What do you do?
that and Silk Song, because we all know Silk Song's not coming out this year.
Those
That's
are
true.
both yours. I do not care.
Oh, you're an idiot if you get the number one pick and you don't pick that up.
That'd be absurd.
I told you my picking method for next year, so I will stick to it.
The man who will refuse to buy a Switch. All right. So, do we need to go over any standings, or should we just get right into the betting special?
We can go over standings if you want. That's fine.
Should we?
Yeah,
Just give
sure.
a quick update.
Yeah, update.
All right. Well, let me take a look here. Here, I'll even throw this on the screen here. So, as you can see with the scores right now, I have now managed to take the lead, and it's seeming very likely that I made pole victory this year. So there will be a new crown champion. It is a very tight race between these other two here. Although
I'm now projected to come in third.
with the latest projections, because my Somerville game that released did not do nearly enough damage we needed to for Sadish, so
Yep.
Why gang up on me?
I just like a close race.
I was hoping you'd lose like 15 points, because then that could have given me a better chance to potentially win. Because now I'm 18 points back, and
Yeah, if we look at the totals here, Chad has 114 and Sadish has 132. And they both have more than likely just one game left each.
Yep.
With Chad having Pokemon yet to release, and Sadish having the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, because Silk Song's likely not coming unless we get like a Shadow drop.
That is Chad's Hail Mary at the Game Awards. Yes.
Yeah, so if that happens, or if I at least get a release date,
That's true.
I can drop it, and I'll be picking up Sports Story, which
I think that's a definite possibility still.
Which is what I had. But
I think very likely it's going to come out in February.
That's my
And if
thought,
it's going to
too.
come out in February, I feel like they want to give a lead up at least a little.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of like my hope at the moment, with Sports Story dropping in December, which was so annoying that we heard nothing about that game for like 3 years, and then we get it. I dropped it to pick up Monkey Island, and which I think it worked out. Monkey Island was 17 points, so that was a definitely good pickup. My worst pickup since the last update was the Valkyrie Elysium, which I was hoping for at least
Our
positive
new
points.
worst game of the year here.
Worst game of the year,
-5.
which is really annoying. If you go read the reviews, for those games. You'll see that everyone says that it's like the best combat of any game that came out this year, but then they crap on it for not having a story. So then if you go read the reviews for Bayonetta 3, which got an 86, it literally says best combat with no story, but it gets an 86. Ridiculous. It's the same exact reviews.
As plot.
Yeah, I guess. But anyway, that was just annoying because the first few reviews came out for it and it was pretty decent. It was like 4 out of 5, stuff like that. So I was expecting to get between a 70 and an 80. But yeah, going down to 65 was not.
You were expecting to get
cards.
points.
I was expecting to get points. So once that happened, it was kind of all downhill from there. Sonic Frontiers 2 did underperform. Even though everybody was hot on it, which is like ridiculous. It reviewed poorly, but yet everyone loves it and like talks about it being fun and everything else. But I don't get it. You reviewers suck. That's what I'm saying.
All right, harness that energy as we now go into our betting special.
I'll review
Try to get in the
Valkyrie
mindset.
Elysium with blackjack and hookers. My own review.
All right, so let's get into the first category here, which is Best Multiplayer Game. The nominees are Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, and TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
That's bad. I don't think
Who's picking first?
I think I have a decision, yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm between 3 of them.
I'm between 3 of them as well. And as much as
Each of them, I think, have positive kind of reception, but I think the one that has the least negative associations with it is, I think, TMNT. I know people were hard on it for like the lack of challenge, but I think overall people were very happy with that game.
I don't think that wins due to the popularity of Splatoon 3.
Really? Okay. That was the one I was considering as well.
And the other one, I think Modern Warfare 2 is pretty high up there. I do. Because Modern Warfare 2 is the remake of the game that like kind of put Call of Duty on the map there for those multiplayer games. Like, put it this way, I don't play I don't
say that.
I don't know, dude. It was pretty big. It was pretty huge on the 360. Like, one of my buddies like made me get it, and I knew the hype of it. I got it, and I didn't like console shooters, and I still picked it up. I will say that I played it, and I immediately traded it into GameStop to get some money back on it because I just don't like console shooters. But I mean, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is one of the most popular multiplayer
Do you think
games.
it,
And I've heard nothing.
Still has that significance?
I've heard nothing bad about it though.
I'd say Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare was the one that like really launched it.
So so this is a remake of that one though, I think is what you're talking about,
No, this
right?
is Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. But regardless, I personally feel this is between my three, Splatoon, Overwatch, and Call of Duty.
Overwatch 2 is not getting that good.
No? Okay. Because I know
At least
Overwatch
that's what I
is...
feel like.
Because it's all like free to play now, and it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. So, I as much as I want to pick Shredder's Revenge, I don't think that will do it.
I'm surprised that's not in your consideration. That's interesting.
Because it's...
And it's funny, the 3 I was thinking was TMNT, Splatoon 3, or Multiverses. So.
Yeah. I just don't think you can keep Call of Duty out of the conversation when it comes to multiplayer games, just because of the popularity of it.
Oh, sure. I mean, that's why it's on here.
Yeah, but I just, like, I don't know, like, that's just my mindset. What do I know? I'm in last place. But, no, I mean, as much as I want to say Shredder, I know people have complained about the online not the matchmaking, but with the actual way people play
Wasn't
online.
it like the funnest game to just get with a bunch of friends to play?
I agree, but people are complaining about people spamming the power-ups and stuff, and
Yeah.
like, I don't know. And I just think it's one of those games too that like, there's probably like you can go play Splatoon 3 right now. You're gonna get in a match. You can play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. You'll probably get in a match. Shredder's Revenge.
Yes,
I
although
don't
with
know.
Splatoon's case, it does have the Nintendo Online structure, which is
Yeah,
kind of bad at times.
I hear that, but they also do like you also have all the Splatfest stuff, and people get like huge into that, and I don't know. I honestly think my pick's gonna be Splatoon 3.
Okay.
I think it's Splatoon 3 or Modern Warfare, but I gotta only pick
Splatoon?
one. I think I'm gonna
Okay.
pick Splatoon 3. That's
Alright,
gonna be
alright.
my.
I respect it. To this,
I was actually down to 2 only.
mm-hmm.
Definitely Shredder's Revenge and this is speaking as someone who even though I played it with you guys, it wasn't for me. For me, I would definitely rather be playing Modern Warfare 2. Never played Splatoon 3, and you know how I feel about games like Multiverses or Smash Brothers. So for me, I don't know.
I heard people are pretty happy about multiverses, other than like the microtransactions.
Yeah, I just don't feel like I don't know like.
But yeah, I also feel like it's kind of dropped from conversation.
So
pretty
here's the
fast.
thing: it's okay. So it's all your viewpoint of multiplayer. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So if you want something competitive, then obviously you're gonna go with Overwatch or Call of Duty.
I mean, that's what Splatoon 3 is like, straight up competitive. That's the point.
Yeah,
of it.
and maybe even Splatoon and
Yeah.
Multiverse. Shredder's Revenge is more like a
It's co-op. It's,
couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit on a couch with your buddies kind of multiplayer game. So it's always like what are you talking about? You know what I mean? When
Mindset
you
of the judges, what are they gonna pick?
Yeah.
That's how we gotta.
I hear you on that,
do it.
Sadish. And like with TMNT, like it literally like best multiplayer game. That game is meant for multiplayer. So I totally get that. I just personally don't think that it's going to win, being like this nostalgic like grab towards our demographic. Like I don't know, like towards people like
You know what?
me. Like I don't know.
You're true. Splatoon
I
is probably
don't
the
think
more
it's gonna win
popular
against something that's
of
like
this generation.
like don't get me wrong, everyone loved it, but I just don't see it like
Yeah.
I don't see it beating out like Call of Duty or Splatoon just because of how much bigger those games are compared to Shredder's Revenge.
You know what? I told myself coming into this, and this goes a long way for next year's picks as well. I told myself, you know what? I'm just gonna pick
games you
with
play.
my gut. Just
You
pick
know,
with my
it doesn't
gut.
even
You know
matter.
what?
You're not gonna pick
Don't-
up Zelda or Silk Song.
Don't even like
anyways.
think about it. Whatever. Just pick it. So I'm just gonna pick Shredder's Revenge.
All right.
That's what speaks to me with this category for some reason.
I'll be shocked if it wins, but I wouldn't be upset about it winning. Like I think Multiverses would probably be like my number 5 on this list to win.
I'm not picking multiverses just because you know I hate what are those called? Battle.
They're not
Battle-
fighting games. They're party
I
battle
forget
simulations.
what the term
Yeah,
is
I don't know
for
what the hell they're
Smash
called,
Brothers.
but I suck
Yeah.
in them and I hate them. So whatever.
Like platformer fighter or something.
I hate it.
All right.
God,
well, I'm
God
locking it
forbid you
in.
call it a fighting game in front of a.
TMNT, and Chad's got Splatoon 3.
Yeah, that might
what
be
do
our
you pick?
first all-red
What did you
category.
pick?
I picked TMNT.
Oh, did you? Okay, I didn't hear you. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sticking with it. So.
I think,
Alright.
I think it's a good thing. Well, Sadish makes the good point there. It just depends on on
It does.
the mindset. Like if you're,
I don't know. I got a gut feeling. I'm sticking with it.
yeah.
So next, best sim or strategy game. We have Dune: Spice Wars, Mario & Rabbids: Sparks of Hope, Total War Warhammer 3, 2 Point Campus, and Victoria 3.
I'm picking Mario.
Just put that in right now.
That game got like highly recommended reviews. So I'm going with that.
That's probably what I'm going with too, only because I know next to nothing about any of these other games.
I heard 2 Point Campus was okay, I think.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's gonna win, but
didn't Sadish, didn't you have one of the Warhammer games? Was that this year or last year you had a Warhammer game?
It was this year.
he did.
Because I know that reviewed pretty well too.
I think
I just don't know which one it
reviewed
was.
as well as Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah.
Like literally the same score.
It's hard to remember when
No.
all of Sidish's games came out in like January.
Honestly, I think I looked up all these games and like they all were pretty equal in the open critic scores, which makes it that much harder to predict.
Speaking
yeah,
of Warhammer, they're opening a Warhammer store thing by my house. I don't know if you guys are into that stuff, but just
Not
letting you guys know. I saw it tonight. I just saw the
Those
sign.
miniatures are so expensive.
It is an insanely expensive hobby.
Yeah.
Because we were driving out of the shopping center and it just said Warhammer, and I was like, oh, interesting. Because it used to be a nail salon, and Vivi used to joke with me and be like, you should buy that and open an arcade. And I was like, I'd love to, because it's right across the street from like a bar and like a restaurant. And I was like, it'd be great.
Set up your money laundering like Better Call Saul.
I wish I had money to launder.
Like, the lore of Warhammer is insane.
Yeah, I
You
used
guys
to.
know how I am
used-
about lore.
I used to work at the mall, and we had like a games workshop right on the other side of our store. And yeah, there's people were always in there buying that stuff and painting things, and yeah, I don't know. Looks like they had a shelf with like board games and stuff too, so it'll be interesting to see what comes out of that store. Looks like they're still setting up everything, but anyway, back to the betting special.
Yeah, so I'm going with Mario & Rabbids too, just because I'm going with name recognition. You know, I feel like that will give it an edge.
If you say so. But for me,
It's all I got.
Everyone
I'm
loved the
going
first one too, so that's
Yeah.
so 2 Point Campus is like a fun, like, quote unquote. I'd consider Mario and 2 Point Campus as like a fun, casual one.
Yeah, definitely the lighter ones.
Yes. Dune Spice Wars, I would say, was a surprise, because it was well done. Warhammer 3 is a known.
My rationale is like
Victoria 3 is.
judges need to be voting on this. How many
What's that?
judges are gonna have played all of these games?
probably all of them.
You'd hope, but
But I'm gonna go for more like strategery.
Okay.
Whew, this is hard. Cause okay, so Victoria 3 is like your. How should I put it? Ooh, it's very realistic. It's a nation builder kind of game. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Total War Warhammer has somewhat a story, and you know what it is. It's all the battles. And Dune Spice Wars it's Dune. It's about
Science fiction.
it's about mining spice and acquiring some territory, but it's very, I want to say, streamlined.
Mhm.
I don't know what to pick, because you could either go full in depth, full battle, a little bit of both. That's a little bit more, I'm right
I'm
now.
not giving you a hard time because this is probably one of the hardest categories to pick. So take your time.
I made my decision as soon as the slide came up.
That's hard.
I can't really predict this one.
Make sure you insert the Jeopardy music into this portion of the podcast.
Oh, shut up.
We
I believe
are,
Victoria 3 is like kingdoms, right? You gotta like deal with like I don't know.
We do have 13 more categories after this, though.
Yeah. All right, you know what? Okay.
Timestamp 940.
I'm
1940.
Dude. I'm gonna do Dune. It's a total. It's very likely it's incorrect. You know what? It's probably gonna be Warhammer, but I'm gonna pick Dune anyway.
Dune?
Yeah.
Going once? Going twice? I'm locking it in.
Yeah, I was either gonna pick. I picked Mario, but I think it's gonna be between either Mario or Warhammer. Personally,
I want to put it. I want you to put a star for this category, Patrick. Say that I picked Dune, but I think it's gonna be Warhammer.
Well, we
Just
have it
write
recorded.
it in,
We have
just-
it recorded.
just to-
We'll know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's been
okay.
it's been noted. There's video evidence.
I'm noting the same
Alright.
thing. I think it's gonna be one of the two. So this is what it is.
Next category: sports or racing game.
Oh, this is easy.
The nominees are F1 22, FIFA 23, NBA 2K23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ollie Ollie World. You say it's easy, but I think
You say it's easy, but I'm.
two.
It's between two. It's F1
We
22.
definitely know which
and-
three it's not.
Correct. It's definitely between F1 22 and Gran Turismo 7, but I'm gonna go with Gran Turismo 7 just because of how much everybody wanted it and how well it was received.
Yeah, James plays a shit ton of F1,
Yeah.
but he also played a shitload of Gran Turismo 7. I don't see it happening. I know Ollie Ollie World reviewed very well,
Well,
but
Because
when I
because
said it was
why?
between two, I was including Ollie Ollie World because that's what I'm
You
voting
were?
for. Yes.
Oh. So see, this is the thing.
could
Gran
s-
Turismo 6 came out in 2013, and then Gran Turismo 7 came out this year. And not only did it,
it was
They
supposed to come
have-
out last year because I had it on Fantasy, which I got it again.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be last year.
but it was extremely well received and scored really well for Chad,
It,
right?
It
Chad?
was very well received and it did score well, but there was also a lot of issues with it as far as
Right.
microtransactions.
Yeah,
But
and all
that's
sorts of
the
shit
thing.
that
the
came up.
thing.
It kind of got tarnished a little bit because of the way
But-
that the progression worked.
But here's the thing, like, I think this is something that I'll speak to about God of War later on. But it's because I'd say because of the amount of time between when it was released and now, I'd say the reviewers or the judges, well, more specifically the developers and the company has had enough time to resolve whatever issues may have come up, or at least the glaring ones. Now, speaking of that, I have not kept up at all with anything Gran Turismo 7. So
Well,
I don't really
issues are more
think-
about the microtransactions, which I don't think it's changed.
Okay, but still, I'd say as for the purely sports and racing game, I don't care about the transactions or whatnot. As a sports racing game, it's Gran Turismo 7 for me.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Chad, what's your vote?
Yeah, I lean that way as well. Gran
Gran
Turismo
Turismo?
7. Yeah, I think Ollie Ollie World has that like chance there to be that like underdog.
I got a
victor,
feeling. I feel like it was just really well received, and it's just like a happy game. It's jolly, it's fun, and
Yeah.
it's well reviewed.
But Gran Turismo was like, people have been waiting for a Gran Turismo game that was good again because like the reception for 6 wasn't as good.
Here's my
as-
other little, just in case I change your mind. In the past 5 years, there's been no Gran Turismo that's won a game award.
Because there has been no Gran Turismo. That's the.
You're not wrong there, Chad. I mean, that's
That's
fact.
the reason. Like, I was excited for Gran Turismo 7, but I didn't end up getting it. And I think it was just because I had so much other crap I was playing, and I just didn't want to I knew that if I spent, my thing is like I like Gran Turismo. I like the idea of racing games, but the reality is every time I get a racing game, I'll play it really hard for like a couple days, like a day or two, and then I get to a point, especially in Gran Turismo, I get to a point where like I can't get a license to progress, and I'm just like, I'm done. Because it's not fun just doing the license test over and over and over again, and I just end up burning out. Now,
what if I told you in 2019, Crash Teams Racing won the Game Awards Best Racing Game?
but what was it against?
I don't know. I had to check.
So that's the thing. We'd have to see what it's against to, 2019. It was probably like NHL 19, Madden 19, NBA 2K19, and like WWE 2K19, and then Crash Team Racing. So you got 4 games that are exactly the same every year since like 2009, and then something new. So that's why that would win.
I'm sticking with my Ali. I got faith.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Gran Turismo.
All right.
I heard F1 is good, but Gran Turismo is what the people wanted, and the people seem to have.
Between those two, it's definitely Gran Turismo. Yeah. All right. Next then.
And FIFA was just more of the same.
FIFA
soccer.
It's just a joke now. Anyways. Best family game, aka the Nintendo category, except when last year did not win.
Except for all these games are on Switch.
So we got the nominees are Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Nintendo Switch Sports, and Splatoon 3.
So I'm thinking.
Man, this is hard.
This is a tough one because I heard that Kirby is really good to play with a little kid. For like the 2 players, really good.
Oh yeah, and it does have a nice co-op mode. Yeah.
So I think that's like a good thing, like to add to the family. Splatoon 3, we've talked about that already.
It is probably the most
very popular
of these.
But Switch Sports, I don't know. That's been.
It's a good family game if you're.
It's a great family game, and
is it a good game though? Like award-winning game?
I liked it. It's fun. I mean, it definitely. I think out of to the name of the category, it's probably the best. Like, I just don't know how it was received. But as far as pure gameplay, family game, you want to play with your kids, hey, let's bowl, or let's like play tennis, or do that. Like, that's what sold 120 million Wiis. So, that's. But it's hard to say. Like, I feel like I don't feel like I hear anyone talking about Switch Sports anymore, though. After, like, people were super excited for it to come out. I did the test play, thought it was cool.
It needed that golf update much sooner.
Yeah.
It got pushed back.
And then I just haven't heard a word about it since. So it's... I want to say Switch Sports or Splatoon 3. I think Kirby has a chance. I don't think it's going to be Lego or Rabbids, just because...
I don't think so, yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, like, how fun is playing, like, Mario Rabbids strategy game with other people? Like, a family.
Yeah, that's not really a family.
Yeah.
Lego is definitely a family game, though. I mean, it's...
I can see that.
One of the most popular games to play with, like, little kids and stuff, so... Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think this is the right decision, but I'm gonna follow my heart on this one. I really want it to be Kirby, and I'm just hoping it pulls through. So I'm gonna put Kirby for myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow my heart and say it's Lego.
Okay, Lego for Sadish.
The non-Nintendo property.
I'm going with Switch Sports.
Switch Sports. Ooh, this is the first category where splitting all the votes.
Yeah.
I like it.
I have a
it.
feeling it might be Splatoon, but I think Switch Sports.
Splatoon feels like a smarter choice to me, but I just can't do it.
Yeah, I don't want to pick that. Like, I don't know, cause like
I know.
like I feel like Switch. Again, I'm saying like I'm picking Switch Sports on the fact that Nintendo Wii Sports was the console seller. This is the first year that we've had Switch Sports back since the Wii. Well, the Wii U, we had Sports Resort, but like I don't know. I think it's the
There's
right
something
thing.
about Splatoon 3 that just feels uninspired. I don't know. Like it's just more Splatoon. I don't know. That's the only reason I've kind of like been holding back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right. We got our 3 votes: Switch Sports, Kirby, and Lego. Next
It's
category
gonna
is
totally be Splatoon.
yeah. Best fighting game. We got DNF Duel, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, Makina Fighters 15, Multiverses, and hopefully I googled to make sure I pronounced it right this time. Shifu, is that right, Sadish?
Sifu.
Shifu.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, the only game I know out of these is Multiverses. So-
Really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I know King of Fighters, but like not since like the Neo Geo. Like King of Fighters '94 or whatever, like way back in the day. But man, I know JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I didn't know they made a fighting game. I have no idea what DNF Duel is. So I'm gonna go with Multiverses. Why not? I feel like people like that. They get all the updates of all the different characters, and is that that's the DC Warner Brothers one, right? Where all the people come in.
Yeah.
It's not
I think that's
Nick
not a bad
Teams
pick.
one.
I think the only ones that really have had like
It's got good. I've heard people talk about it.
consistent conversation is Multiverses and Shifu.
Yeah. I know people talked about like other podcasts I listen to and stuff. I hear them bring up Multiverses from time to time, saying that it's it's not bad. Like you'd think it'd be worse, but it's not bad. So
Yeah, I see your logic, and I'm tempted to pick it, but I don't know if it's. I feel like it's about on par with Shifu, but I think Shifu has more artistic quality to it. That I'm gonna go with that for my pick, just because I feel like I don't know. I'm getting in the mind of the judges. I think they're gonna want to choose the more esteemed game.
part of me wants to say King of Fighters 15 just because of Guilty Gear X last year winning, and
Guilty
it's
Gear
like an
was
old
amazing,
series,
though.
but it's because you could be a dolphin. Such a
No,
good.
that animation was like out of this world.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
I'm sticking with Multiverses though, but
It's a dish.
This is hard. Because Sifu is... Yes, it is a fighting game, but it's more of a...
It's more like a brawler game.
It's an action...
Yeah,
action
I'm not surprised
fighting
it's in this category.
I didn't know that was a fighting game, honestly. Because I didn't remember that being a fighting game. I know
It's
of
a
the game.
single player, just like fighting lots of bad guys to get to the end.
Yeah.
Like,
It's got a roguelite element to it
a little
because
bit.
you age, like you
Each time
start
you
becoming
die.
like a master,
Yeah.
and then you continue fighting as your like disciple or whatever. I forget what the whole thing is. So I don't know anything about DNF Duel. JoJo's might be a fun game, but
It's not good.
yeah. Once again, I'm just gonna stick to the core of the category. You know what I mean? What's it want? You know what I mean?
What
So
It's
it's
fighting.
exactly. You know what I mean? Because like if there was like if the new Street Fighter was here along with King of Fighters, then I'd be having a hard time picking. But my guess is it's going to be King of Fighters.
All right.
All right, another split.
I like it. I like it. One of us is bound to be right, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At least
DNF
on this
duel.
one.
I hope the ones that we all split on, I hope it's one of the other two. just because it'll make us look dumb, and I think it's fun.
All right. Next, we have the best RPG, which I question why Triangle Strategy is in this category, not the strategy category, but I digress. The nominees are Elden Ring, Live Alive, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Yeah.
So I've played one, and I didn't really like it. I kind of liked it.
I don't think Live Alive's gonna win.
Live Alive's not gonna win, no. I thought Live Alive was cool, but it was kind of like I enjoyed it, but it didn't fulfill the expectations that I had for it. So it was fine.
I think they're better. I think all the other games are more deserving in this.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be Pokemon. Honestly, I think it's going to be between Xenoblade and Elden Ring, and I give the edge to Elden Ring because of Elden Ring basically stealing the entire year at the beginning of the year.
You're going with Elden Ring?
I think I got to go with Elden Ring.
I'm doing the same. Like, I feel like
I think Elden Ring's going to win every category it's in.
That's my mindset. Like,
yeah.
At least, especially in this one, even though like, Xenoblade's probably more deserving as an RPG, I feel like Elden Ring's gonna steal it.
I agree.
And that's my thing too. Like, I don't like I haven't played like Elden Ring or the Souls games, and like, yes, they're technically RPGs. Like that's like people call Zelda an RPG. I don't consider Zelda an RPG. It's an action adventure game, and that's the way I look at Elden Ring because it's that same, like, I've seen the gameplay. It's not an RPG. You're not like, I don't know, it's not what I'm used to.
I consider Elden Ring more of an RPG than Zelda, mainly because in Elden Ring you have like experience points and whatnot, and you can you can build your.
There are definitely more RPG elements than.
Well, sir, you've never played Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. Where
and
you have
I'm fine with
points.
that. I have no regret
between 3 categories.
Yeah. So.
And I'd consider Triangle Strategy more as a tactical. Kind of game. But then again,
it should be in the strategy category right here.
No, I don't think so. I'd say these games are way more sim strategy game than Triangle Strategy. But also when I think about it, I'm thinking of like Final Fantasy Tactics also, because that's a tactical strategy game. But it's freaking Final Fantasy Tactics with an amazing story. So I have not played any of these games. Or really cared, sort of. But I think I'm gonna stick
in the conversation.
I think I'm gonna stick with my oh man, those are JRPGs too. I'm just gonna go with the most RPG-ish that I feel like, which is Xenoblade.
All right.
Because I feel like that's
one of us is gonna win.
I feel like that's more of a, what do you call it, a tried and true RPG kind of deal.
It's definitely the most RPG out of all of these.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Which I think it's more deserving. I don't argue that, but
yeah, I completely agree. There's not like a bad choice between the two of them.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
All right.
So, you guys played Live Alive. How did you find the story of it?
I didn't.
Would you say
really
it was as epic as because I feel like an RPG usually has.
Here's the thing. It was like 8 amusing short stories that did not tie together into a satisfying whole.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I enjoyed each individual chapter for the most part. Some more than others, but they were all fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the final chapter tries to tie that all together, but it's more of just kind of like there's a bad guy controlling the bad guys in all the other stories that you were in, and it's like, oh, well, that's kind of dumb. But like, I don't know.
Play triangle strategy?
No.
No, I do want to play Triangle
I want to
Strategy.
play. I want to play Octopath Traveler. I'd rather play that than Triangle Strategy.
I know Triangle Strategy is not Chad's cup of tea at all,
Yeah.
but it looks fun to me. It looks like Final Fantasy Tactics meets like Game of Thrones, just like story decision making.
Yeah, and I should play Octopath Traveler now that I've played Live Alive, because like, even though I was getting to the point where Live Alive was like kind of getting grindy and not like I wasn't enjoying it as much towards the end.
You don't regret playing it.
I don't
basically.
regret playing it, and I loved that freaking art style. Like
Oh yeah, and the music.
they need the music and the art style were so good. They need to like remake. Seriously, like I know everybody says it, but like every
I'm surprised
single
Live Alive didn't get nominated for Best Music Score. Like it was remastered soundtrack. It was fantastic.
Yeah, they need to like seriously remaster every Super Nintendo RPG in that HD 2D style. It's just so good. Like Square should literally just have an entire team working on that for every game they released back in the day, because it's just killer. Or develop some sort of AI to just do it for them automatically. Like, what could go wrong? Grand Theft Auto Collection, that was terrible with AI upres. Anyway.
Alright. Next category. Best Action Adventure Game. And don't worry, after this category, there's Best Action Game, so there are some games you think are like, where is this? It might be the next category. So the nominees are A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic. I mean, I'm just
You all
gonna
know
go
what
right
I'm
now.
gonna pick. You
God
all
of
know.
War.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
No, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm picking Horizon.
I gotta pick God of War. I gotta pick God of War, because now that I've finally played the first one, and now I'm playing the second one right after.
I'm sorry,
all in.
Sadish, but
I'm
God of
sure
War
it's God
is
of War. I'm pretty sure it
totally-
it's probably God of War, but I'm gonna go with
What?
Horizon anyway.
Okay.
It's a shame because Tunic was so good. Tunic was so freaking good, but
I know.
I agree. I mean,
but for
but
action
God of War and
adventure-
Horizon are like
Against God of
massive.
War, it's gonna
Yeah.
get overshadowed for sure.
Yeah,
Because
I
if God of
The fact that it
War
did not get
wasn't
nominated
there,
for Game of the Year, and God of War did, is sadly the long and short of it.
oh, between Horizon and God of War.
Between all four of these games, apparently.
Yeah,
So it's
Wait.
not Tunic,
yeah, it's not Tunic, but
sadly.
oh, you're saying even compared to like Stray?
Tunic.
Yeah,
was-
because Stray got nominated for Game of the Year, so
which is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
it is.
Nobody the game came out, it got good reviews, but like everyone was basically like, oh, it's a cute cat and you do some puzzles and that's the game. It's like, really, you're gonna say Game of the Year for that? Like nobody talked about that game after the first 3 days it came out. Everyone's like, hey guys, there's like memes like, you can play a video game as a cat. Oh, cool. And then like literally a week later, no one talked about that game ever again.
Damon wins.
Seriously, like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Just like a cat.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm sure I want to play it. Like if I could get it,
Oh,
for,
yeah,
get
sure.
it cheap or something. Like if I see like a Black Friday deal for it, like $20, maybe I'll grab it. But or if I end
Yeah.
up getting PlayStation Plus extra
Extra
or whatever it is, yeah. Then I'll definitely get. That'll be probably one of the first games on the list to play if I end up going there. But I just don't. Based on
I
conversation
wonder
alone,
if it'll
I don't.
eventually come to PC or Game Pass. That'd be great.
Just out of conversation alone, I just don't see it being Game of the Year compared to the other games that are there, like Elden Ring, God of War.
I think
like,
Tunic would have had a shot if that was one. Like,
I think Tunic's a little too difficult. Like not
Oh,
like Elden Ring's difficult, but like Tunic is like if you can't figure out like how to use the manual, you're done. Like that completely changed the game. It's so obtuse. Like you have no idea what's going on. You're walking around in the game. Which was
love it.
great, and I'll admit it. Like, yeah, it definitely had to use a guide to get like the last puzzle, and even then I screwed it up. So
It will be on one of these podcasters' year's game of the year list. So.
oh yeah, for sure. It's a great game though. But anyway, God of War for
all right.
me.
God of War, and you stick with Horizon Sadish? Yeah. Okay. Well, then next.
That game's so good that Sadish won't beat it.
What game?
Horizon.
I beat it.
Oh, did you finally beat it?
Yeah.
I didn't know you beat it.
I platinumed it.
You never told us.
Yes, I did.
You told us you were like close to it, like.
I beat it so many months ago.
I felt like just last week you were saying that you still hadn't played the final boss because you're doing side quests.
What? No.
Well, what you think?
I feel like he's trolling us
I loved
again.
it.
Well, I guess he must have liked
You
it.
can
enough that he's
check
voting for it.
my trophies. It'll show that I platinumed it.
Yeah.
Alright,
What's this platinum trophy mean?
Alright, so next category. Best action game. We got Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Shifu, and TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
I don't know what to say for this one.
For me, it's between two.
Yeah.
It's between Bayonetta 3 and Neon White for me.
I think I'm
Neon
gonna go.
White was very highly reviewed.
I think that's what I'm gonna go with Neon White, just on the fact that it was probably the highest reviewed out of all these games.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know.
I've never even played it or watched trailers or anything on Neon White, but I know that it got really, really good reviews and people have talked about it.
So
being
Neon
very fun.
White, I think Neon White's more along you guys's, games, because I think it's like speed running, trying to get the best time and mapping out the level.
It's just also a very unique action
Yes.
game,
It is very unique.
which
Bayonetta
I think
3
gives it some kind of quality above the rest of these.
Bayonetta
nominees.
3 sticks to the tried and true like action game formula, if you would say. Sifu's a different kind of variation from the action.
I would
hard
love to
for me.
say TMNT, but I don't see it winning out of these three, out of these other categories.
And Call of Duty is more FPS than I'd say
Yeah.
action
Yeah, I don't consider that action.
or shooting game. I don't know, man. It now that
I don't think they have a first-person shooter category. Just FYI.
Okay.
They said
But
that
I don't think.
they said
I
the
don't think
combat is awesome in Bayonetta.
Yes.
So
You turn into a train.
So if you want to go with what what you said before, Chad, about how Bayonetta, people were like, oh, the combat is or the gameplay is amazing, but the story sucks.
yeah,
Then, if we're going like action specific, I'd say Bayonetta 3. Neon White's up there though. I don't know. But Patrick, you going with Neon White?
I'm going with Neon White. It was reviewed too well not to pick it.
yeah, that's kind of how I
Yeah.
feel too.
So I got one Neon White from Chad.
Or they're gonna I'm gonna go Neon White, I think, but it'd be funny. They're gonna end up doing they're gonna give Bayonetta all these awards just in spite of that lady causing all that.
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one of the
No,
times where-
Bayonetta has to win for the voice actress category just for the spite.
Just for the spite.
Yeah, I think this time I can't do my, I'm gonna pick this one, but I know this one's gonna win because I think both of those are gonna be Neon White. So I'm gonna pick Neon White as well.
Alright, we're doing Neon White across the board.
Okay.
Well, it's just gonna be like Sifu or Bayonetta.
Let's all lose together. It's gonna be TMNT. I'm gonna be really pissed.
Ah,
That's the sleeper. Like all the judges were like, "I was 5 years old playing this at Pizza Hut." and then everybody. It's like, oh, me too, me too.
Yeah, it does have that free Pizza Hut coupon that puts it over the edge.
It does. Oh, dude, the Pizza Hut I got yesterday was so good. I ate the rest of it today. Haven't had Pizza Hut in forever. Anyway, it's so good.
So best VR AR game, which I don't know anything about this category, but we got After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, and Red Matter 2.
Well, I know Moss 2. Moss was well received.
Yeah.
The first one was. I know the second one did decent too. You picked up that because I was gonna grab it and you took it from me. It was gonna be my VR.
I looked up the open critic reviews. I think Among Us, Moss, and Red Matter 2 all
got like
did
80.
about equally well.
Yeah. Because I think Red Matter 2 got me 84.
Yeah.
And that was like my sleeper VR pick that I tried to catch from you guys. But I never played it. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm the only one. Well, I guess you have PSVR. I was gonna say, like, I'm the only one that has a VR headset, but like, I don't use it because it's an old one and I have to have all the sensors. It's kind of the same with you. Like,
Yeah.
it's just cumbersome
just
to have to hook
that
everything
much
up.
effort that I just
Yeah, I'd have to move my couch to like use it, so it's a pain in the ass. So unless I drill holes through the wall and use it in the kids' playroom, which is clean now, I could do that.
Yeah.
I just need to get some long USB cables. But yeah, I honestly don't know what to pick here. I'm going to.
I don't know if it's just because it's on my team or just because it feels familiar, but I think we'd go with Moss Book 2.
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna pick. However, Among Us won, like, wasn't that last year they won all that shit, or was that the year before? Where Among Us won like 2 or 3 different things. Because didn't they do the whole, like, they did like the interview through the window and stuff? That was
they
kind of
did
weird.
win something one year. You're right.
They won.
Yeah.
They won like a couple of categories.
2020, they won Best Multiplayer Game.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
And I don't
This
know.
is not Best Multiplayer. This is
No.
Best VR.
True. True. I thought they won more than just multiplayer though. I thought they won a couple things. But.
I'm just quickly.
I
like,
think it
scrolling through.
falls.
Yeah, it was
I think it
2020.
falls into Moss Book 2 is a single player game. Among Us VR is not.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
And I've
Well-
seen play of Among Us VR and it looks fun, but it's just vanilla Among Us, and I feel like what
I'm actually gonna.
at first Among Us was big, but now like a lot of people use mods for Among Us that add like different roles and whatnot. So it helps, to vary up the gameplay.
We need to play Among Us again sometime. It's been a long.
We haven't
minute
played.
to
Last
play
time we
that.
played it was New Year's. Not this year. Last year. Like.
Yeah, a lot.
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time I played my freaking traitor pal backstabbed me. 'Cause I killed someone in front of him, and then we go into the meeting, and he's like, "Yeah, Sadish did it." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
That was fun.
Anyway,
Yeah, we should play that again. I'm gonna go with Red Matter 2.
I'm gonna go with Moss.
Yeah, I'm going with Red Matter 2 because Red Matter 2, the reviews for it said that it was like the most gorgeous VR environment that they've seen.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that was why I picked it up, because it's like the like previews and stuff from all the like beta
You're almost
footage.
convinced me to switch.
Yeah, all the beta footage for that game when it came out. That's why I
You
picked
know
it
what?
up. Everyone
I'm
was like,
gonna switch. I'm gonna switch.
because
Yeah.
everybody. That's what people said. People were like, "This game is beautiful. I can't wait." It's like they were
Honestly,
basically
I
saying
haven't heard anything about Moss, but
they were saying
Yeah.
that it pushed the boundary. Like it was basically saying like this is pushing like Oculus to like as hard as it can go in its current form. Like, people were like really on top of that. Now, after it came out, I mean, it got 83 or 84, but I do remember reading about how well everyone, like, it was like the best looking VR environment that people have seen. So that's what I'm picking, Red Matter 2.
Alright, yeah, you convinced me. I'm going with Red Matter 2. Alright, Moss though?
Yes, for me.
Okay, we'll lock that in.
Watch, it's gonna be
we got-
Among Us.
Probably.
Probably. Best mobile game. We have Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, Marvel Snap, and Tower of Fantasy.
I'm going with Marvel Snap because I've heard a lot of people talking about that being a lot of fun.
I have heard a lot of people been talking about that.
Yeah, people saying that, like, I mean, you're in all the same groups I'm in, but like people chiming in there basically saying like,
Yeah.
I'm sick of the MCU, but Marvel Snap's awesome. Like, so
My only reservation is last year
was
people were
Guardians of the
talking.
Galaxy.
No, people were talking a lot about what was that Pokemon?
Oh, the Dota.
Yeah, I forget what
Pokemon.
it's called, Unite or something.
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
And that's what I picked, and then Genshin
Genshin
Impact
Impact.
won.
Why is it still here? Like, I don't understand. I don't like that.
Well, they have
Because the
different
games change,
seasons.
because different seasons
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So and they're actually like expansions, like the whole new
Yeah.
worlds to
Yeah.
explore. So
Yeah.
it's
Have you
significant enough.
I think Patrick, you've played it, right?
I have.
I
And it's
haven't
fun.
played it, no.
I
Yeah,
won't
it's
lie.
beautiful. It's a
It-
gorgeous
it's a-
world. Yeah, but, like-
surprisingly stunning. Like
and well done. It's
Yeah.
extremely well done. Yeah, it's just the gacha of it all. I just can't play it.
I think I'm gonna go with Marvel Snap 2 though, just because it does seem to be getting a lot of traction, and it was almost giving me the like Hearthstone vibes of just like how popular it could be, which won quite a game of the year when that first was like premiered way back in the day.
Yeah. What you picking, Sadesh?
No. I want to go with Marvel Snap, but I kind of want to pick something else because seems like the last 3 or 4 we've been pretty much picking the same ones.
The only one we took the same on was a action game with Neon White.
Yeah, gonna have to be Marvel Snap for me.
Yeah.
'Cause I highly doubt Diablo.
Oh no. Yeah, definitely not Diablo.
But they're gonna have 4 billion players playing that game or something
Wasn't Diablo Immortal the one where
Well,
someone spent like
They spent-
$10,000 and
No, it was
didn't
more
get
than that.
jack?
I think somebody put like, didn't they say you could spend like, I thought it was like somebody spent like 250,000 or something like that. It was something like ridiculous. It was literally like a ridiculous number. And like,
It's the damn it's again loot boxes, loot crates.
no, it's the
Then
whole
again,
pay to win stuff. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't think it's pay to win. I think it's the fact that is it pay to win?
I think it's pay to win because I think if you paid like I don't know if it was 250, but there was a max that you could basically, somebody figured out the max you could spend on it, and if you did that you would be like maxed out, like you could just buy
Yeah.
it straight out. But it was like in the tens of thousands if I remember correctly. I remember hearing about
It's
it.
called freemium, where the free means free and the em means not really. Yeah, no, definitely not Diablo.
Yeah. No thanks. So
All right.
Marvel Snap
moving
across
on.
the board.
Now this
Oh man, this is tough.
kind of challenging category. Best indie game. We got Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Shifu, Stray, and Tunic.
That's a tough one. I gotta go with
I know what I'm gonna pick.
I regrettably know what I want to pick. I don't want to pick it. I wanted to be Tunic, but
It's not gonna be Tunic.
it's not. It's gonna be a stupid
Stray.
game Stray, just because it's the only one of these that's nominated for Game of the Year.
That's a good
Seriously, you gonna go
point.
with Stray? Hold on,
Hold on.
wasn't the indie game
that
from
hurt?
last
Doesn't
year a
that just hurt
surprise
your heart?
also? What was
No,
the indie
last-
game from last year?
I'll check real quick. I think it was
Because I remember it
though.
surprised all of us. We were like, what?
Best independent game. Oh yeah, it was Kena. Was
Yeah, Kenna.
It Takes Two?
It Takes Two is like EA Sports, isn't it? But I guess or it's
Hold
not
on,
EA
now I gotta
Sports.
look.
EA. I thought EA published that game, didn't they?
Give me a sec.
Yeah, you're right.
It Takes Two was not listed as a nominee in that category last year. Strangely.
Yeah, because it won best game. So.
Yeah.
Do you have the spreadsheet from last year still? That has. Oh no, you have what we picked.
Yeah.
What all did we
If
pick?
if you want last year's nominees, just for like kind of frame of mind, it was Kena, 12 Minutes, Death's Door, Inscription, and Loop Hero.
I think we all
picked
picked.
Death's Door.
I think we all picked Death's Door.
Yeah, and it was Kena.
Yeah. So that was surprising,
It's tough to
but
say.
not so
But
much.
none of those games were nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Like this, which just it makes me angry.
Maybe this is the game of the year category for the people that don't have big companies behind them backing them to spend money on. But Stray, I guess Stray gets in.
I don't want to pick Stray, but I have to pick Stray.
I don't know, man. It's hard because Neon White had the best review score out of all these games.
Oh, it's true. Neon White reviewed better than Stray.
And Cult of the Lamb.
And Cult of
was
the Lamb.
Huge.
Yeah.
Like.
People are still talking about that game. They love it.
Yeah.
So I would love to pick any of these games more than Stray. Stupid Stray. I don't want to pick it. I'm picking it.
I'm picking Cult of the Lamb.
I'm jealous of you picking Cult of the Lamb.
I'm gonna pick Neon White.
Alright.
I'm gonna pick Neon White. As much as I want to pick Tunic, I want to pick
Feel
Tunic
like-
so bad. But then after we
I
talked
want
about
Tunic
it,
to win. I want Tunic to at least win something. I wish it was.
Tunic is so good.
I know.
But I think it's one of those games too that just appeases to old people.
I just wanted to win something.
Yeah, it was so
Okay.
good. It's so good.
Alright. So Neon White, Stray, and Cult of the Lamb.
Yeah, I kind of want to pick Cult of the Lamb, but I'm gonna go with Neon White because it had the better review score. So I'm hoping that helps it out.
I mean, that has logic behind it.
Yeah.
Alright. Moving on. Best score or music. We have A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Metal Hellsinger, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Now, I actually went and listened to like 2 or 3 musical tracks from each of these games just to kind of get an idea.
I did not.
I'm kind of debating between 3 games here.
I can't even think of music in God of War. And I'm playing
I
it
don't
right
think it's gonna
now.
be God of War, honestly.
No, I just think it's funny because I'm like, I can't think of any song or like any
Well, like half the game is just like
boy
dancing,
right.
like oh oh oh.
Yeah,
Just those 3 notes over and over.
yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Metal Hellsinger, I say no. I don't know, cause I went that way last year with the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. I was like, oh, because it's like all the like 80s and like 90s music, and I was like, Metal Hellsinger is like the same thing. It's all the like metal bands like album music put in there. So I'm striking that off my list this year. So no God of War, no Metal Hellsinger, but I never played the other 3 games, so it's really hard to say.
Well, I think I've made my decision. I think I'm actually gonna go with Metal Hellsinger,
Really?
just because I think out of all the soundtracks I listened to, that was the one I enjoyed the most. My only hesitation is it's a very niche soundtrack, being heavy metal. But it was really good, actually. I really liked it. I think it stands out more than the rest of the music.
We're gonna see
From the other
Patrick
games.
tomorrow with a T-shirt that just looks like a bunch of scribble lines across it. It's really an album, the band name.
It was just like really high quality. I don't know. And it's a game that who's like entirely based off its music. Like the gameplay is infused with the music.
Yeah, no, I get that. I completely get that. It's like, yeah, it's like the whole point of it.
My other two that I was leaning towards was either Elden Ring or Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm between right now. I think I'm just gonna go with Elden Ring.
That's probably a smart choice too.
Yeah, I'm
When
just.
in doubt, Elden Ring.
That's mine. Yeah. Because I don't, like I said, like God of War, like I'm literally playing God of War right now, and I couldn't even hum to you what music's going on in the background. Because I'm in the middle, because all I usually hear is.
I don't think the music's that memorable, other than like when you get further in the game, there's some kind of fun, like, I don't know, Celtic string music, but
Yeah.
it's not much.
I want to say Elden Ring, but I feel like with it being so open world and whatnot, it can be a lot of like how should I put it? Like music that just plays in the background. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
It
could
has some
still be
pretty epic, like, boss songs.
Yes. But I
with
feel like
some
God
the
of
samples I
War.
listened to.
God of War is such a linear-ish kind of game where you can really like fine tune
Yeah.
your soundtrack to events
definitely
and
more,
it'll come out.
scripted.
Yeah, a lot more scripted. So you can have like, and because it's scripted, like the music can be a lot more applicable to what's happening. Whew. I don't know. I kind of want to go with God of War. I'm not playing Plague Tale because there's just a whole bunch of rats.
I was surprised for Plague Tale, it had I don't know if you know, I want to make sure, Taylor Davis, I think, the violin player. She's cool. She's a cool.
You know what?
violin-
You know what? I'm just to let's see. Mental health thing. Right? Let's see. Mental health. I was gonna like just randomly pick a. Okay, here's the full OST. Let's. As
Alright,
a
so
fan of metal, let's go.
What are you picking?
He's listening to music right now.
Oh, he is? Oh, come on.
Interesting.
We're recording here. You had
Oh,
2 days.
It does
like,
sound good.
Doesn't it?
I'm not gonna lie. Mental
It's,
health
like,
singer
really
does sound
quality.
good. Ah, God damn it. So, but again, you know what? I think
It's
Metal Health
mixed.
Singer.
But it's good.
No. I think Metal Health Singer is the same issue we had with Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's what Chad was saying.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go with God of War. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with God of War.
Alright.
But this also means I need to listen to the entire OST for Metal Health Singer later,
It's good.
not
Yeah,
now.
yeah. You should. I
So
kind of
this-
want
this
to
just-
later.
Tunes out. That's because it's like System of a Down and like a bunch of it's like a bunch of bands I like, but I don't know. I just
Is
don't.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like actual lots of artists that work in this game.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it, I was hearing. Oh yeah, there's Arch Enemy.
I mean, I think it's original music,
Trivium.
though, but like well-known
There's no
names.
System of a Down.
Surge,
There's Lamb of God.
Surge, what his
Oh
name-
yeah. The very last song.
Yeah.
System of a Down.
All right. Next category: Best Art Direction. The nominees are Elden Ring,
Oh,
God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray.
Steampunk Kitty.
They have a nice art direction. I don't think it's gonna win, not
Yeah.
lose, but I would say that was a strong suit for the game.
Have you guys
Pretty
seen
awesome.
Scorn?
No, I
Yeah.
heard that. I heard like things about it.
I've watched gameplay of it for an extended period of time, and it's creepy
Yeah,
And-
very grotesque,
and very like
Horror.
body horror.
fleshy. Yeah.
It's very what is it? Who is it? H.R. Geiger kind of deal.
Mhm.
So I don't know about Scorn.
I mean, it definitely has a very defined art direction that
Yes,
it goes
yes,
all out on.
True. Because for last year, art direction, I feel like Deathloop won it. Yeah, it did.
It did,
Okay.
which surprised me. but
Which
not
makes
you.
sense. Just because of like the varied nature of everything.
It made sense to you, sir. You're the only one who voted for it.
What did we vote for last year?
I think I voted for Kena and you voted for Ratchet and Clank.
Hmm.
Or maybe vice versa, I don't know. But I know we voted for those two.
For me,
I feel like God of War and Horizon are like the same art direction.
yeah. So
Like,
that's what I was gonna
so
say.
it's
I was gonna say Elden Ring. I don't consider it for art direction because it seems like it's the same like color palette across the board, at least to me.
Yeah, that's kind of why I said
Look.
Stray, because it's just something different, and it's.
But
like-
again,
but I don't know if that's gonna win.
we're not. Again, like we have to remember that art isn't just like the colors. You know what I mean? Art also includes like the 3D models and the environments.
You know, I'm just when in doubt,
Oh.
I'm going with Elden Ring. I am. I'm having such a hard time choosing.
This is a
It
hard
just-
one.
Yeah.
I'm going with Horizon just because it's Horizon and it's what I played. But I feel like it's gonna be God of War.
I don't know, man. Maybe because I don't know. Like you said, I feel like they're all three of this. Fine, fuck it. I'll pick God of War then. I just don't think so. Just that way, one of us hopefully gets it. I hope it's Stray because I really want to pick Stray, just because it's.
I
Different.
almost feel like it might be Scorn after just talked about it more, but
I don't know, but I feel like if
Okay,
we
the
each
thing.
pick like one, because like those are the three games that are like you said, Sadish, they kind of all look and feel the same. Like.
I wouldn't say that. Elden Ring does not look and feel the
No,
same
I
as
guess
God of
it
War.
doesn't.
Horizon.
But I feel like God of War and Horizon, they're like,
I feel like with Elden Ring,
What
it
can I
has
say?
like really unusual character designs. I think which kind of goes maybe with art direction. It's got a very.
Yeah,
it's
But
very
like also
unique in
the
that sense.
environments, you got to think about that. You know, the environments and like
And the world it has
everything.
like a lot of different
yes,
terrains in that game.
that's why I also want to include like. So Horizon has a lot of different terrains and environments and
Right.
and enemy like 3D models and whatnot. You know what I mean?
It's true.
And
I
like
feel
all
like
the different
Horizon's probably the
tribes have
more
like different.
Technically
have-
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the different tribes in Horizon have different, styles to them.
Well, I'm sticking with Elden Ring. It's just.
Yeah, I'm
Same.
gonna stick with Horizon. Yeah,
All right. And
I think
Chad's
Chad.
God of War.
Yeah.
I was actually just looking to see who won in 2018 with God of War,
Yeah.
and the Return of the Obra Dinn actually won.
Well, that's unusual.
But that makes sense because it's such like a different game, dude. That beat out. Holy shit! That beat out some bangers.
What
That-
did it beat? I'm curious now.
That beat Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Octopath Traveler.
Wow.
Unless I'm reading this wrong, but that's what it says on Wikipedia.
Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy considering a game that was like
Are we
a
now
black and
questioning
white,
everything? Yeah.
like a black
Should I
and
pick
white.
Scorn?
I'm picking
Should I
Stray.
pick
Stray.
Scorn?
I'm going Stray.
You're going straight?
I'm going Stray.
Oh, give me a minute. I'm questioning.
I just blew
I
this.
might blink.
I'm going Stray.
So you think that Elden Ring, God of War, and Horizon are too mainstream in their
Yeah.
art,
Agreed.
and you want to? Yeah.
Completely agree. I think Stray is because it's not just like a cat, it's a steampunk cat or cyberpunk cat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
does have a
so
lot
it's
more
got that
environment.
like different environmental feel to it.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm going with Scorn.
I'm gonna go with Stray now. God damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys can blame me if that one's wrong, but if Return of the Oberdin won, when that game is literally like a Mac OS
Over
5,
what the games you just listed?
yeah, over the game that was like literally that was a black and white like monochrome Macintosh looking game.
I'm only switching because Scorn really is like so different than all these, and like how far it's willing to push it in that direction.
Yeah. So good luck, friends.
All right.
And that's kind of crazy. I did not expect to see that. I thought God of War may have won. That's why I checked it. I was like, who won in 2018 when God of War came out? And yeah, I was like, okay. And then I saw that it beat Red Dead Redemption and Octopath Traveler because Octopath Traveler would have done it for me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, unless again,
Scorn does have
unless I'm reading it wrong.
have some very striking visuals.
Okay, I'll give you one more chance to this before I go on.
Yeah, I just don't want to pick Scorn because it's creepy and like, ugh. I'm gonna go with the cute kitty.
Okay, kitty game.
Oh wow,
next.
Dude, real quick, just because I'm looking at this,
Yeah.
I need to take your PSVR set from you because Astro Bot Rescue Mission beat Beat Saber and Moss and Tetris Effect in 2018. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. I gotta play Astro
I
now.
fully agree with that.
I need to play. Dude, Beat Saber's so good though. Anyway, alright, tangent.
Yes.
But anyway.
All right. So next, second last category here, best narrative. We have A Plague Tale: Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War: Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality.
I know what I'm picking immediately.
I'm picking God of War.
You are picking God of War?
I'm picking God of War.
Okay. I did not intend to pick all the underdogs here, but I'm going with Immortality.
Yep, I'm going with Immortality also.
Okay. I gotta pick what I play, so that's the only thing I've played.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
I would have picked Horizon, but Immortality probably has a much better narrative.
I don't even remember
so.
what Immortality is.
It's like
You were telling me to pick that, weren't you? No.
it was one I was thinking of picking.
It's from this like director who's known for doing these very like story.
It's a live action
kind
game.
of They're very like unusual story driven
like live action detective mystery kind of game.
Oh, that's cool. That sounds really cool.
And I think it seems like the most unique out of all of these, and just very focused on its narrative.
Check this out. It's a Netflix game.
It's on Netflix.
It's a Netflix game. It's free for Netflix subscribers. Now available. Thriller game Immortality now available free to Netflix.
We should do a stream of that, play it together,
including the nudity.
All right, let's play. It's done. We're doing it. Stay tuned for a Cucco Attack stream of Immortality.
Yeah. Yeah, it says right here.
Where? Twitch? Because I don't think it...
Yeah, no, it's here.
Nah.
That's cool. I knew that Netflix had games, but I never looked at it.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
So, cool.
But yeah, alright, so God of War, Immortality. Alright. And now we come to the final one, which we call the tiebreaker, if needed, the game of the year. We have A Plague Tale: Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War: Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Stray?
I'm still reeling from last year's Game of the Year.
I mean, that was insane last year. I did not expect It Takes Two to win. but Stray is no It Takes Two.
Yeah,
It is
I
not.
agree. I think it's between Elden Ring and God of War.
Yep. I mean, it's for sure. And I'm just going based off what has the longest conversation, even though that's the hard part. God of War is so fresh, though it's hard to gauge.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you earlier.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to go with Elden Ring just because, like, even though it didn't do it for me, the amount of people who played Elden Ring and still talk about Elden Ring and didn't shut up about Elden Ring the whole time it came out, like,
Yeah, I
I
think
think I gotta pick that.
I have to go with, like, its initial reaction Elden Ring had, just to kind of compare it to God of War, and I think Elden Ring had a stronger reaction.
Yeah.
So
And it was so highly anticipated too. Like, don't get me wrong, God of War is too, but I feel like I personally didn't see the same level of hype like during God of War compared to the way Elden Ring, because Elden Ring was like, people didn't think it existed, and then it came out, and like God of War, we kind of knew it was coming, but because it's supposed to come last year and it got delayed.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, it's just kind of, I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, that's my only thing that, like, again, it's the only game on this list I've played, God of War, and as much as I'm enjoying it, it just feels like more of 2018, with newer enemies and, you know, a little deeper,
like a little more polished, but overall the experience is the same.
Feels the same so far. So, and even though it won Game of the Year in 2018, right? Pretty sure.
Yes, it did.
Like, that's awesome, but I just think Elden Ring was the bigger game.
Yeah.
The bigger reception of the game, like,
had a bigger impact on just like the gaming.
Put it this way, I don't like Souls games, but
We're tempted.
I'm still tempted. I still think about it. Like, should I play Elden Ring? Like, I don't know. I don't think I'll like it.
Sale somewhere where it was like $35 if you want it.
Yeah, I keep thinking about it. Like, should I play it? I think I should play it. And then I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna play it. Maybe I should play it. Because, like, I don't know. It's just because of, and that's because of the conversation. Like, so many people have, like, talked about, you know, how good it is and everything. But then I've also heard the thing of, you know, if you don't like Souls games, don't play it. It's not going to change you on Souls games. So, but in fairness, I've only played, you know, I played Dark Souls for like 20 minutes and was like, this is so sluggish. I hate it. I never want to play this again. And I played it on Switch for what it's worth. So probably not the best thing to jump into. So
yeah,
but
yeah,
I think I gotta go with Elden Ring.
Yeah.
So much for a tiebreaker.
I feel like.
Well, I guess our tiebreaker will just be settled in Smash or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Randomness. It'll be like Mario Party.
Oh, this is hard.
Just have somebody.
Oh yeah,
give
just
you
for
a
pure
star.
like
No love for
impact.
for Horizon, Sudesh? No.
No.
I don't think it's
Impact. It's gotta be Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Because you kind of knew what to expect from God of War and
Yeah.
Horizon. And I feel like that tempered
agree.
everything.
Agreed. Completely agreed.
But as games, they are solid and well made.
Yeah.
But Elden Ring just had that thing that everybody just like went crazy about.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'd
there
love it
you
if
have it.
Prey or Plague Tale. I'd love it. Be so happy.
So I guess just to wrap it up and go over what we went real quick, you know, bring this up. So, best multiplayer game, Chad chose Splatoon 3 while me and Sadish chose TMNT. Best sim strategy, me and Chad chose Mario & Rabbids while Sadish chose Dune.
Oh God, I really want
For best sports,
Total War.
Too late, you're locked.
Yeah.
We got best sports racing game, Gran Turismo for Chad and Sadish. I'm rooting for Ollie Ollie. Apparently all the underdogs this time, but best family game, we got here everyone's different. Switch Sports, Kirby, and Lego Star Wars. Best fighting game, Multiverses, Shifu, and King of Fighters. Best RPG, me and Chad chose Elden Ring, while Sadish is going for Xenoblade Chronicles. Best action adventure, me and Chad got God of War, Sadish has got Horizon. Best action game, we all chose Neon White. Best VR AR game, Chad convinced me to take Red Matter 2 with him, while Sadish stuck with Moss 2. Best mobile, Marvel Snaps across the board. Best indie game, we got Neon White from Chad, Stray from me. Ugh, I didn't want to choose that. And Cult of the Lamb for Sadish.
Like, do you like genuinely not want to choose Stray?
I don't. I
And then change it. I'd say
no.
because
No,
yes,
it's locked.
No.
like for me, like I like for Dune, right? Like I think it's gonna be Total War, but I'm happy with Dune. But for you do not want to pick Stray. So I'd say you can change it.
Well, his
I want
logic,
to win, sir.
his
I want to
logic,
win.
his logic makes sense though. It is the only game on that list nominated for Game of the Year.
Okay.
So his logic,
I get
his
that.
logic
Okay.
works out. So it's
I
not a
want
bad
it in my
guess.
heart to be Tunic. but
Yeah, I want
can't-
Tunic as well.
I can't not guess Stray.
So it's both a pick that you want and a pick that you do not want.
Yes.
Yeah. Like for me, for that category, like Neon White just had the higher review, but I kind of wanted to pick Cult of the Lamb just because of
Yeah.
the review.
Yeah, you're right.
But
and
Tunic
Cult
is
Lamb-
like, I don't know, Tunic
I
I
feel
just
like
love
Cult of the
personally.
Lamb has the most talk.
Yeah.
But also, it's the most quote unquote mainstream. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a roguelite base building kind of deal, but
Stray's the most mainstream, apparently. Cats. Okay.
Anyway.
And real quick to wrap up,
Sorry.
best score music, Elden Ring for Chad, Metal Hellsinger for me, which Sadish is going to listen to later, and then God of War for Sadish. Best art direction, Stray for Chad and Sadish, and I'm going with Scorn. We just said screw all these big name games.
We'll see what happens.
Scorn is so creepy looking. I just can't.
Like, if somehow God of War wins that thing, I won't understand how it didn't win in 2018, because it's literally the same art. It's the same art
never be able
direction.
to predict it.
You know, it's the same art direction as back then, and like the fact that like I said, a Macintosh-looking game from like the early '90s beat them all out because it was different. That's why, because it was just like, holy shit, somebody did this, and that's why, you know, art is such a, you know, art is you can interpret it in any different way.
It's so subjective.
Yep.
Yeah. Best narrative. Chad chose God of War. We chose Immortality. Means a dish.
And we'll play that now.
Yes, we're gonna stream it. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do that. All right, maybe another night.
Some night. Yeah. And then Game of the Year, Elden Ring across the board.
I feel like we got a really good spread.
Yeah,
I
Like-
think so.
I feel like it's
We have.
Yeah.
I think we'll have a clear winner by the end of this because we have enough. Yeah. So, all right, locking it in, and we'll see who we drafting in what order. Very soon, December 8th is when the Game Awards are.
I need a big game finally. All my big
I'm
games
not-
don't come out. I had
I-
Bayonetta 3. I had God of War Ragnarok. Didn't come out. I had Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Did not come out. I have Silk Song. This is bullshit.
You know what this means,
Knowing-
right, Chad?
That means
This
that I'm
means
gonna
you
win,
need-
and I'm gonna pick Tears of the Kingdom, and they're gonna delay it again because it's a Zelda game, and that's what they do.
Because what happened this year was Patrick pretty much stole all the ones that you picked, but did not come out last year.
I had number one pick, and I picked Zelda right away. And then Patrick surprised me by taking God of War,
Yeah.
and not
and
take.
Bayonetta.
And then he took Bayonetta, and then I was in complete shock, so I took Silksong because I assumed he was gonna take Silksong, but yeah. So that really hurt. Not that I probably would have beat you, but that really hurt my chances.
So you had your choice last year, yeah.
Yeah. So it's very disappointing that all my games got pushed.
Is this just the one who made you go first?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, last year I did. That was stupid. I don't know. I'm dumb. That was my first time ever looking at like review scores and like.
I feel like
trying to
last
figure stuff
year,
out.
or I guess this year, had enough big games to go around for everyone. Like I feel like we each picked 2 big games, and just you had the bad luck.
Yeah, but I had the bad luck last year too.
Yeah, but
for my big games.
This coming year, I feel like there's less. I don't know. I feel like all eyes are on Zelda, and I don't know what the other big games are.
The only thing I know of, I don't know. It's hard. Oh, Starfield, which I also picked up, which was because it had a release date. I don't have that.
I guess that's a big game.
Yeah.
I just
a big
have
game.
no confidence in it.
Yeah, agreed. So you got that. We've got the Fire Emblem Engage. It's coming out early.
Again, questionable. Yeah.
I don't know. There's some stuff I remember hearing about, but
there are definitely games. I could look on my spreadsheet here, but then I'd be giving you
I can see it. I can
get
see
my
it.
strategy. I'm not gonna do it.
But yeah, I don't know. I just want to get that Tears of the Kingdom and I guess, or potentially Silksong again. Who's gonna be? We should just let Sidish. You gotta pick Silksong next year. That's gonna be my that should be the punishment. Who's the third person, or like the next person is gonna get Silksong and not get any news on it again? No, it's coming out next year. It's already confirmed. It's confirmed a 12-month release window, so it's definitely coming out next year.
Ironclad. No way they can possibly take back that word.
Exactly. Maybe Metroid 4 next year. That'll be the big game, since a Zelda and a Metroid and the Super Mario movie, the game.
Unannounced 2D Mario game. Who's gonna bet on it?
There's totally gonna be a movie game, and that's why the movie got delayed, because the game got delayed. I'm saying it. We're gonna get a Mario game right before April 7th.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be a pretty gutsy bet.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted.
So.
Cool. All right. Well, that wraps up our betting special. Stay tuned for, I guess, possibly a reaction stream of the Game Awards, our betting results, and our draft for next year. Maybe a stream of Immortality if we feel like it. But.
But yeah, this was fun. We kept it under 2 hours, close, but yeah, hour and 30 minutes, just like last year.
Just like last year. Excellent.
So
all
perfect.
Right.
With that, I'll say goodbye.
Happy gaming, everyone.
All right. Good night, guys.
See ya.